Any Good Thing, proudly supported by Bashwinger Insurance Agency, 42 Cornell Street, Amsterdam, New York.
Hello, and welcome to episode 14 of Any Good Thing, recorded at the Creative Connections Arts Center, Amsterdam, New York. In our last episode, Derek came away from his counseling session with a No Woman in His Life manifesto, only to test that at the episode's close, and Charity was potentially promoted to Station Manager, pending her boss's departure. We opened with Derek escorting Brittany, the young woman who he just met, down the hill to the coffee shop.
What's your full name?
Brittany Cleary. It's Irish. Yours?
Hughes, British.
Now there's trouble. English and Irish.
I'm no trouble. What brings you to Amsterdam?
I wanted a change from Cobbleskull, and a friend offered me a room, so I jumped at it. It's up the hill.
Do you work?
Part-time.
They walk the short distance to Main Street and the coffee shop. He holds the door for her as she enters.
Ah, a gentleman.
The shop is sparsely populated with customers, and Derek and Brittany go to the counter and order.
I'll get this.
No, I'll get it.
You only work part-time, you said, and I can afford it. Please?
Thanks.
They find a booth and sit.
What did you say you do?
I'm disabled.
Oh. How?
Traumatic brain injury. Industrial accident. I used to be a carpenter until an injury ended my career.
That's too bad. You seem fine.
I get by. No sense wallowing in the past when there's a whole bright future ahead, right?
Yes, I guess so. Do you see someone?
Just recently broke up. Is that what you meant?
Actually, I meant for your injury.
Yes, counselors, therapists, PAs, the odd pharmacist. Are you always this curious?
It helps me get a hold on you and tells me where my boundaries are.
Well said.
How long were you a carpenter?
21 years.
Oh, you must be...
40 this year.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. Tell me, what keeps you here in Amsterdam besides the injury?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up here, so there's the history.
Besides that, anybody?
I guess, in a sense, but that was past.
Are you clinging to him? Her?
Her. No, just beholden.
I see. You do see why I ask it, don't you? I left my hometown because there was nothing for me any longer, and you stay in yours, even though there seems to be no reason to. Odd.
That's a presumption on your part and one on mine. I take your word that you just moved to stay with a friend, but did you?
No. To be honest, I came to live and work here, to go to the methadone clinic at St. John's.
Methadone? That's...
Heroin.
How long have you been addicted?
3 years. Been in treatment for 1.
Must be difficult.
The withdrawals were hell, and I did some things that I really regret, that I wish I could take back.
Everybody's done things they regret, no matter who they are. The trick is in getting past them to live on.
Yeah, I guess. Some things are worse than others.
Doesn't matter. Sins are sins, and God has a plan for them.
Are you a Christian? Why?
Because God has let me know in no uncertain terms that He exists, and I must follow His path as a result. Plus, Christ is the key to any success I may have. He is my strength and song and has become my salvation.
So you believe you have no strength aside from Him?
Certainly I have strength, but none equal to the tasks I face.
There is a nurse at the clinic who quotes the Bible to me, but it doesn't sink in. Why is that, I wonder?
Maybe you have blocks to accessing. Maybe you are harboring some inner fight that you don't have to. I know that I was so consumed with myself and my inner turmoil after my accident that I refused to hear Him. Could be any number of reasons, but I wouldn't know. I hardly know you.
Would you like to? Know me?
Sure.
Since we're walking around, let's go down to the park, by the river, and see the crows.
I don't know. They're a nuisance. I have to go soon. How about a walk in the park by downtown tomorrow morning? Plenty of birds there.
Are you blowing me off?
Absolutely not. I keep my word, wrong or right.
Tomorrow, then. Around 10?
Perfect. Meet here, then walk. Here, take my number down in case you have to cancel.
Okay, thanks.
They finish their drinks, exchange numbers, and leave the coffee shop. Meanwhile, Charity drives to the liquor store for some wine and goes home. She opens the bottle, sits on the couch, and drinks to her day.
Reach out and touch someone.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry, Janet. How can I help you?
The owners are all on board. I talked to them today after you left. Congratulations. You are the new station manager-elect. How do you feel?
Stunned, elated, thankful.
Well, keep that. It will come in handy when you're working your tail off in the trenches. Come in tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. so I can start you down the path to your new future, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Charity hangs up.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm so grateful now. I can't stand it. Mother, you must be watching over me. I feel you. Actually, I feel you lurking in the shadows, waiting. Do you ever get tired of people disregarding you or ignoring you? Well, you picked a good time to show yourself, didn't you? So it's you, in all your glory. And to what do I owe this to? I don't know about that. I don't know if I can. Not really. You have been gone for years now, and you show up now to do what? Convert me? Let me tell you, I am trying to be more human. And what did a famous humanist say? A man's ethical behavior should be based effectually on sympathy, education, and social ties and needs. No religious basis is necessary. Einstein. He also said that mankind would be in a poor way if he had to be restrained by fear of punishment in hope of reward after death. Wait a minute. Hello?
Hola, Mia. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. I don't have a lot of time, but I thought I'd run something by you.
Whatever could it be?
Benjamin and I would like to come up to visit you. You know, see the sights.
The Falls, St. Joseph's, St. Stan's, St. Mary's?
Well, yes, all the Catholic churches.
Mother, you know I'm going to be very busy with learning the station manager's role. It's official. I am the manager-elect. Very busy 6 days a week.
Congratulations, but don't exaggerate. If you don't want me up there, just say it.
Mom, yes, come up. But know that I will be stressed and cranky and may not be the best of company.
Don't worry. We'll be going sightseeing without you. We'll just crash at night with you. Eat dinner, be civilized.
Fine. This weekend then?
Yes, that would be good. Thanks for the invite. I will call you before we leave. Be good.
Thanks, Mom. Bye.
Charity empties her glass of wine and sets the glass down on the end table.
We'll have to continue our conversation later. Bedtime soon, and I am very weary, and you know all this, don't you?
Derek walks towards St. Joseph's, ruminating on his day. He turns around at the entrance after deciding he had nothing to say to Deacon Wallens. Instead, he walks home the long way and pauses at the bench as the sun sets.
Yes, God, I am aware.
He makes it home, eats, watches television, then goes to bed. The next day, Charity goes to work early and meets Janet in her office.
Come in. Thanks for being early.
No problem.
So, for today, we will focus on things you may already know, such as audio production, production values, and writing a cohesive editorial piece. This will help you solidify your expectations for a news employee.
Because this is news, not entertainment.
Yes, very funny. Now concentrate.
Derek rises late, then rushes to get ready and goes to meet Brittany at 10. He makes a quick waffle and egg and sits down to eat. The phone rings.
Yes, big sister.
How are you? Long time no hear. Are you busy?
Kind of.
Got a date?
No, just meeting a friend for a walk.
A new friend? Boy or girl?
Caroline, just a friend.
Come on, Derek, spill it.
No. Now I'm late. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Derek walks quickly to the coffee shop, walks in, and discovers no Brittany. He orders a coffee and cookie and sits and waits. 15 minutes later, Brittany opens the door.
Hi, what time is it?
10:16.
Sorry, I'm late. Are you ready?
No coffee?
No, I'm okay. Let's go.
They begin their walk across town to the park. Charity and Janet continue to talk about the needs of the station.
So, you see, the imperative is for truth and clarity. Truth first, of course.
What is truth?
Aha! The eternal question. Truth is viewpoint minus bias, in my opinion. They say that people all have their own truth, but I beg to differ. People have their own opinion that often contradicts the essence of what they are trying to say. And an editorial is biased, but a news report should not be. No report is bias-free, as the reporter is never bias-free. We're all human, and therefore imperfect. All this you know, right?
Yes, in principle.
Well, good. I'll try not to be redundant then. Here.
She reaches for a manila envelope, which is on her desk, and hands it to Charity.
An assignment. Do a report on poverty in Amsterdam, and finish with an editorial on the success or failure of the attempts to end it. Shake things up a bit.
Great. Deadline?
You have 2 days. Good luck.
Thank you.
Charity leaves Janet's office and heads to her desk, opening the envelope.
2 days, huh? Bring it on.
Derek and Brittany set off walking to the park.
So, why do you walk everywhere if you have a car?
From where I live, it takes me no more than 45 minutes to get anywhere. I just like to walk because it keeps me in shape and gives me time to think. Have you ever owned a car?
No, I just borrowed my dad's car in college.
What school?
St. Rose.
What's your dad like?
You know, kind, strong, understanding. He certainly put up with me and my addictions.
I thought it was just heroin.
I was addicted to alcohol first, then painkillers when I was 18. I tried cocaine, then heroin. Got hooked on heroin at 21. I look pretty and innocent, but there's a world of hurt I fight through on a daily basis, and all that baggage.
I didn't realize. Are you dangerous?
Just to myself, it seems, but thanks for asking.
They approach a bench where Derek's friend Sandra sits, feeding her birds. Derek gets her attention.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi. Is this Charity?
No, this is Brittany. Brittany, this is Sandra.
Nice to meet you.
Brittany extends a hand. Sandra doesn't.
Where did the two of you meet?
At the falls, yesterday.
You do move fast. Way to go, champ. So this is a substitution then. You gave up on the first one. Now you pick up some young hottie to fill the void, to make you feel fulfilled.
Sandra?
Don't Sandra me. I may be wrong. I may be right. All the same.
Well, Sandra, you are wrong. I am his friend to be, and I am not going to stand here and let you insult me or Derek, whose only sin was to befriend me, it seems.
Among others.
What is your damage, lady?
My damage is...
Enough. Brittany, we're leaving. Sandra, I know you're only being you.
I'm only being right.
Sandra, we'll talk later.
The couple walk away from Sandra, back through the park towards town.
I'm so sorry.
That was uncalled for. Is she one of your friends?
Yes.
With friends like that,
I don't know what got into her.
I do. Who's Charity?
My girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend.
Which one is it?
Ex.
How recently did you break up?
This past week.
Was this news to your friend Sandra?
No.
But I was. Don't you see? She was protecting you.
From what?
From me. Besides, old people don't like change. Not old like you. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
They near the downtown area.
How about a cup of coffee or tea on me?
I don't think so. Not right now. I had my dose of methadone this morning, and I am a little tired.
Sorry. Perhaps another day.
Derek, what do you see when you look at me? Don't answer. Just think, and get back to me sometime. I like you. You're kind. That's good. Just don't approach me except with the best intentions, or I will run. Okay?
I assure you, I'm not.
Whatever you are, I'll be your friend, but don't expect much. That's all I can give you at this point.
I understand and accept.
Good. I'll see you later.
Derek walks aimlessly toward home when he gets a call.
Yes, Charity. How are you?
Fine. You?
Peachy.
Is that sarcasm? I thought we outgrew that.
Sorry, but I am peachy.
Well, whatever you are, how about joining me for lunch downtown? How far away are you?
About 8 minutes as the crow flies.
Good. Meet me then. In 8 minutes?
Yes, I will.
I'm timing you, Hughes.
Derek hangs up the phone, turns around, and heads toward town. He doesn't get more than 10 steps into his trip before.
Aren't I popular? Hello, Caroline.
It's me, sweetheart.
Oh, hi, Mom. How are you?
I guess I'm fine today. No guarantee for tomorrow, though.
Nobody has one. Where's Caroline?
Right here, little brother. Had to finish drying my hands.
The reasons we called were to find out what you're doing tomorrow and to find out about this little friend you seem to have picked up, in that order.
Mom, Caroline. I met a woman, a young woman.
How young?
I don't know exactly. Somewhere in her 20s.
Derek!
Son, what is she like?
Nice, good-hearted, strong. Someone who overcomes her problems.
What kind of problems, Derek?
I can't elaborate. They are personal and told to me in confidence.
We wouldn't want you to divulge a confidence, but we are concerned with your judgment, son. Are you involved yet?
No, we just met. We just go walking together.
Just what do you think leads from walking together? Everything.
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby in the baby carriage. Right, Caroline?
Don't mock me. I am trying to help you.
So, you're not involved yet, but you could be.
I suppose.
How does Charity feel about it? Have you told her?
I haven't told her yet, but I am going to meet her for lunch right now. Should I even tell her? I mean, there is nothing going on with Brittany yet.
Brittany. Figures. And tell her? Yes, tell her. If your relationship with Charity is transitioning, then she would appreciate the heads up. Wouldn't you appreciate Charity letting you know if it were her with someone else?
Yes, I suppose I would.
On another note, wasn't it you who yesterday were going on about your counselor and others telling you not to get involved with anyone new because it would be detrimental to your being? Oh, was that you or someone else?
Mom, listen. We just met yesterday evening.
Derek?
I'm not done. We just met, had coffee, and walked once. She told me things, I told her things. No big deal.
It's just the involvement, or the beginning of one, that might endanger you or her. Remember, with Stephanie, you noticed small things about her that gave you pause. Things you let go until they overwhelmed her.
Why are you bringing her up?
Do you really think that you can handle her problems and yours? Or do you want to pass on your deficiencies to an unsuspecting, innocent person, however fun and exciting she seems to be now?
What of my strengths or blessings?
What happens if they're not enough, Derek? Are you ready for failure again?
Failure, huh? Is that what you foresee? It's possible, yes, but only if you fixate on it. But I'm not. I see what this tag team is all about, and I'm not only going to ignore your negativity, but I'm also going to pursue anyone who crosses my path, counselor or no, because I deserve to be happy as much as anyone.
Derek!
I have to go.
He hangs up and stands still for a moment.
God, I'm sorry, but you know why.
He finishes his walk to the restaurant in silence, but talking to God in his spirit.
I don't know, God. Of course I feel it, but that hasn't stopped me before. I wonder what she'll say. Guess I'll have a chance to find out.
He enters and sees her at a table.
Hi.
Hi. I ordered for you. I was early.
Thanks.
How are you? You seem tense.
Not really. Just not relaxed.
Why? What happened?
Nothing.
Derek, you wear your conscience on your sleeve, and not very well. Out with it.
First of all, I'm not doing anything wrong. It just feels like it.
If it feels like it, it generally means it is.
I met this woman,
When?
yesterday,
Really? Yesterday.
after we talked at the falls.
So, let me get this straight. You break up with me, and within a week, you meet someone? My, you do get around. But how could she mean anything to you when you just met yesterday, right?
Right.
So, I'm worried for nothing.
What would you have to be worried about?
Nothing, of course. Just for you. Because I worry about your mental romantic state and your obvious lack of sense.
My mental romantic state is just fine, thank you.
You know you're in a fragile state.
I'm not in a fragile state. You have been listening to my shrink's description, that's all. For one thing, I can see reality for what it is, and the truth be told, this girl is interesting, but not intriguing yet. She has many positives and just as many negatives.
How old is this girl?
24.
24? 24? Girl is right. And you going on 40 this year? Don't you see something wrong with this equation?
Why would I? Did you see any complications with us being 10 years apart when we were seeing each other? Or is this about me seeing someone else?
Actually, are you seeing her or just new friends?
What difference does it make?
It makes a difference in the thought that you would think so little of our break that you would go and get yourself involved again so soon, and what that says about how you actually felt about me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you love me?
What do you mean?
Simple question. Do you love me?
Well, I guess in a sense I do.
What does that mean, in a sense?
Derek, I do love you. You are important to me.
But not important enough to marry, huh?
How are we really going to rehash this all again?
I think I will rehash this, with or without you, until I get an answer I like.
Well, I'm sorry, Derek. Some answers are never cut and dried as we like. My motives have been pure throughout, and so have yours. Sometimes answers don't come easily.
So is it any wonder I would move on, even quickly? And I'm not saying I am, it's just that the opportunity is there. I mean, I just met her.
Finally, a compassionate statement. I just feel you are abandoning me, and I wasn't abandoning you. Tell me that's not what this is.
It's not. It was an opportunity, and an opportunity and a desperate man do not always mix.
I didn't think that you were desperate, just, I don't know, hampered.
I think you need to get out of the habit of thinking I'm disabled. I am. All my efforts will be to reestablish my presence in this world and seek more and more challenges to do so.
And how does this girl fit in? Is she a challenge to you?
Are you jealous?
No, it's just, I'm not the new thing anymore. Kind of hurts.
Forget about it. You'll always be the new thing to me.
Oh, thanks. But how do you really feel?
If it's any consolation, my mother and Caroline both gave me a talking to about Brittany.
Brittany. Her name is Brittany? Like the spaniel?
She's very pretty.
Oh,
Sorry.
no worries. Are you going to explore things with this Brittany?
I would like us to be friends. Past that, I have no plans.
And we are?
The best of friends. The kind that can tell each other anything and expect understanding in return.
That's nice. How about this? The kind that don't make unilateral decisions regarding the well-being of the other. How do you like them apples?
Them apples are just fine.
Got any other news aside from your extra girlfriends and all?
Nope. How about your romantic life? Anything?
Never mind you.
Come on, I spilled it, now you spill it.
Reciprocity was never negotiated in our contract. But if you must know, there's nobody. And I don't foresee anybody coming soon. I have my work, I have Marisol, and I have you, which makes for a full and complete life, if you ask me.
Seems so. Where is this food? Do you want me to say something?
Since when are you impatient?
I'm hungry, that's all.
Derek looks at his phone.
Are you going to answer that?
No, it's Brittany.
Answer it, Derek, for goodness sake.
Hello?
Thank you for listening to our episode. Please tune in again. The cast for today's episode include John Salerno as Derek Hughes, Jessica O'Connell as Charity Rodriguez, Ness Stark as Brittany Cleary, Kathy Ozick as Marisol Pollock, Cheryl Charbonneau as Marion Hughes, Laura Lee Whitlock as Caroline Peterson, Belinda Vare as Janet Morgan, Dorothy Domkowski as Sandra, and Homer Charbonneau as the narrator. Special thanks to Tracy Clemish for her continued contribution to the script, to John Master Morrow for special music, to Spinner Productions for all the sound recording.